Hello, internet friends. So I'm all out of ideas. So I'm quitting YouTube at this stage. No point going on. I've had all the ideas. I've done all the ideas. There's nothing left to talk about. Only joking. I don't think I am quitting YouTube, but I have done a clickbait title because that's what people click on. You know, if you tell kids you're going out, come on kids, let's go out for some carrots. Well, screw you, Dad. If you tell the kids we're going to have some chips, they'll be really, really excited. And they'll be already at the restaurant before they realise it's just carrots. So that's this video. So much to talk about. But first of all, I wanted to say to everyone here, I hope you had a good New Year's and you're back into the swing of things in your own lives. And like me, I'm kind of thrown myself back into work and I'm doing stuff and it's all going well, except for YouTube. And I don't really know why that is, but it is called YouTube, even though it's become very professional in certain ways and codified in terms of what people talk about, how they talk about it. It is at its core a different kind of platform that is about connecting with people and talking to people. And at the minute, in the absence of other ideas that I'm enthusiastic about to do videos, I can talk about that lack of enthusiasm. It's not something that is new or anything like that. I talked to you guys about it before. Sometimes I go through this period where I don't want to play my favorite game and you need to put it aside. This is slightly different in that the YouTube channel has done really well and loads of you guys have joined. Based on two things. I think some of the information and coverage I was doing for Star Wars Galaxy's Legends, but also a particular video that I did comparing to Star Wars MMOs, SWTOR and SWIG, the Old Republic and Star Wars Galaxies, and a lot of you have joined because of that video. But some of you might not know that I've been doing YouTube about 4 years, and periodically I have a shift in focus. And when I first started getting some views on my videos, it was really an experiment to see, can I do storytelling with a video game, Skyrim, and do this kind of narrative gameplay. And it was all about making people laugh, telling a story with the characters in the game, kind of like a Let's Play, but a more produced Let's Play. And then, but more recently, it's become like really different in terms of providing information about a specific topic, in this case Star Wars Galaxies, and been doing that for about 2 years. And at this stage I've done over 100 videos, a lot of them tutorials, a lot of them information based, news coverage on that game. And coming up to Christmas I did a deluge based around this new content that is coming to that game. It was a beta for the Bespin expansion that is exclusive to this server that I play on, and I did that. And I think there's something to do with, you know, you hear actors or people who are in the public eye, not in the public eye, that sounds like politicians, entertainers, which is essentially what you are on YouTube, even though I don't feel like it. You are providing a source of entertainment for people, which is ridiculous regarding when you consider this video. But there you go. Some people will be watching, and thank you. I appreciate it. You are providing that kind of that stuff for people, and there's a kind of a high that happens, and you can't go anywhere else. It's like a high, and then there's a but afterwards. And I think there's a little bit of that going on for me. I don't know how I can top in-depth information about this new expansion that is coming for Star Wars Galaxies. And it kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit. I can always do tutorials, but honestly, I'm incredibly grateful that a load of people have followed the channel for those tutorials, for those Star Wars Galaxies videos. But I've been doing it a long time now, and in any line, in anything you do, you're going to lose a little bit of enthusiasm, not for the game necessarily, but for the production of those similar types of videos. And the nature of YouTube is that you become boxed in. It does love you to wrap you up and put you in a box. So I'm definitely feeling for the first time as the channel gets larger, the range of videos that I can do is getting narrower. So there's a little bit of a struggle there going on with me that is saying, you know, do you actually want loads and loads of people to find those videos? Because the more people who find them, the less freedom you're going to have to do what you want. And that's what I kind of started doing YouTube for, as an opportunity to just do whatever I wanted. If I want to do a silly comedy video, I did it. And if I want to do gameplay video, I can do that. If I want to talk about a gaming topic, I can do that. But as more people come for a specific thing, you don't do that specific thing, or they don't like it. So I'm in this weird kind of situation that I've heard YouTubers talk about before, and I'm not sure exactly what to do about it. And it's manifesting at the moment with no videos. I think the last video that I did was about, MMOs more broadly, because of, you know, I was wanting to talk about a broader topic, and that video did fine, but generally speaking, the kind of the enthusiasm for doing it isn't kind of there. I'm a weird person in that I don't crave the attention. I like to produce something that is entertaining, informational for people, but very rarely, if ever, do I do a video just for kind of attention from you lot. I want to have something that I can make you laugh with, or inform you about, information on galaxies, a talking point about games. I like that production side of things, and having producing a product that people like. But the desire to, that's why I don't do a lot of streaming, because I think to do a lot of streaming, you have to be one of those people who enjoys a lot of social interaction, a lot of attention from your chat, and that's really never been a motivator for me. And doing this stuff on video is kind of weird. It always has been weird for my personality type, except that I think I'm reasonably okay at it, and I can, if I've got something to talk about, I can do it halfway decent. So that's why I keep doing it. So the desire to do it for attention is not there, and I suppose there's a little bit of guilt involved when people do follow your channel and they want the videos, and then you are not producing them. You feel a little bit of, I wouldn't say pressure. No one's pressuring me. I got a great bunch of subscribers on the channel who support me, but in terms of, you still feel a kind of an obligation to produce something. And today I was feeling like that, and I felt like, well, I don't know. Nothing's really galvanizing you to do a video. What can you do? Well, I could just talk about the fact that you don't feel it, and that could be a video, just communicating to you guys. There were a couple of other things that happened that I'm not sure I should really talk about, because they're a little bit sensitive, to do with interactions with people online. But some instances where I felt a little bit undervalued and a little bit taken advantage of, which left a bad taste in my mouth in terms of reaching out to people and doing stuff with and for people. It's just a few little instances where I felt like, that's a shame, because I kind of feel like YouTube for me is something I want to approach professionally. And again, this video is a contradiction, but some people are not necessarily doing that, and kind of don't recognize the work that goes into stuff, and kind of take it for granted. So that just, I wouldn't say knocked my confidence, but made me lose a little bit of faith in people, you know, when you're doing stuff online. And it's specifically just to do with making YouTube videos and online, in the online space. You always hope You're going to come across people online who are on your wavelength, and I always start from the position of giving people the benefit of the doubt and assuming wrongly that they are coming from the same place that I am, which is ridiculous. No one is, only you are, and it's sometimes a bit of a shock when they're not coming from the same place of openness and just taking it seriously. So that knocked my confidence a little bit. It's the wrong way to put it. It didn't knock my confidence, but it eroded some of the enthusiasm, I think. So what am I going to do? Am I going to quit YouTube? No, despite the clickbaity title. But I'm really at a loss as to how to proceed. It might be a case of just like when you get over enthusiastic, you've been playing a game too much. Over enthusiastic. When you just been playing a game to death and you need to take a break, it's probably that. It's probably that again. And I could just go quiet, just go dark, and not communicate, not tell you guys about it, not say how I'm feeling, where I'm coming from. But then that's not what YouTube is about. Beyond YouTube, things are going pretty well with family life and other projects that I'm working on. A lot better than YouTube at the minute. So those can kind of occupy me while I'm thinking what to do. Yeah, when I think about, I know there's stuff I can do for Galaxies. I know there's tutorials I can do, and but I just get this feeling of that you've done it and you're repeating yourself. There's new topics. There's I could do in-depth topics about beast mastering and about the more complex side of shipwrights and things like that. But honestly, it's a lot of work, and it's definitely it's a lot of work when you're getting more creative fulfillment elsewhere. At the beginning of last year, I really didn't expect to be doing as much on Star Wars Galaxies as I was, and the videos simply took off, and that gave the channel a direction. And I'm just assuming that might happen again. Either it'll be Galaxies or it'll be something else that will capture my attention that I want to share with the internet, whatever the people on the internet are called, internet friends. YouTube is a complicated beast, and as I've said before, a puzzle that you have to figure out, and everyone's different. And as it's become more professional, and there are people who have careers on YouTube. There was a time when you didn't make any money on YouTube, but people do it now professionally for a living. But they tend to be kind of already within the industry or working with other people who are very focused. And the kind of small little creator like me, you're a little bit adrift. Like, I don't know anyone else in my real life who's doing YouTube to kind of talk to about it, or their experience or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm feeling my way through it. And I think it works best for me when I don't worry about it too much, when I just do it as a sideline to other things in my life. And I think maybe it's a sense of it becoming too important. And I think that necessarily happens as more and more people find the channel. It becomes a big deal in your head, although it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, relatively speaking. It is for me, because I've never created something where so many people watch the videos before, and it's all new experience. Who was I talking to the other day? I was talking about like family getting older, and like old people all sit around discussing their ailments, and it's a stereotype. Oh, my knee's playing up again. Oh, I can't eat bread after 11 o'clock at night or I get heartburn. And the topic of discussion is always what's going wrong with them, what's going wrong with their bodies. And it's a stereotype. But then when you think about it, like each one of those individual people is experiencing that for the first time. They've never been old before. They've never had those ailments before, and that is why it's on their mind and is such a focus for them. So each of them individually is experiencing something for the first time. Collectively, they just sound like a gaggle of stereotypical health-obsessed old people. I don't know what that analogy, what the hell that analogy is about, but for each, even though what I'm saying might sound cliched, you've heard other YouTubers talk about it before. For me, it's a new experience. It's a growth of something that people watch. So for me, it's new. And for me, I've never expressed this before. So it's always new for someone, you know, like the controversy to do with games. And when people get overhyped to do with games, it drives me nuts. But it's always someone's first mistake. It's always the first time someone has got that excited, and it's always the first time they've been let down. And that's why the hype cycle continues to disappoint people when they get overhyped about a game, because it's always someone's first mistake of doing that. So that'll never end. Anyway, I'm going off on one now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I come across when I'm talking about these things, if it's coherent, if you have thoughts as you're watching that you think might be of relevance. It's a very me-centered video. But then I've been doing a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about the audience first, and sometimes it's nice to think about yourself first and just express things. So that's what I've done in this video. We'll see how things go. In the meantime, I'm just gonna do my thing in real life and do videos if I get the motivation and the enthusiasm is there. Might not be what you're used to. Who knows? Maybe that's what I need to do. Shake things up a bit and do some different stuff. But thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Be happy, chill, and hope this flipping virus is over soon. Some sort of normalcy by the middle of the year. We can only hope. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following the channel and subbing and all that stuff. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. Bye.